actually believe that right now the progressive movement is stronger than ever, and I'm extremely excited at the discipline, the strength that the progressive movement has built. I think that there's an extraordinary amount of focus on our agenda, on our mission, to make sure that we guarantee health care for every American in this country without going bankrupt, to make sure that that we lobby, pressure, and advocate for the strongest climate agenda that we've had in American history, to make sure that people have good wages and decent jobs. And so, you know, I believe that we are very well poised to be influential, not just in this election, but in knock on wood, the coming administration.
You kind of have to pinch yourself 2 years after running as someone who wasn't given a chance in the primary.
Oh, absolutely. It's surreal every single time. And, you know, to stand for re-election in my community and to make my case, I believe that that ultimately the seat does not belong to me. The seat belongs to our community, and to make that case every year is a tremendous honor, and I'm absolutely pinching myself.
Are you, as a progressive, are you going to vote on the Working Families Party line? Would you?
I am proudly voting for the Biden-Harris ticket on the Working Families Party line. That accomplishes, you know, many priorities that the progressive movement has, not just in the country, but right here in the state of New York. We're able to preserve and expand the Working Families Party so that they can continue to support progressive candidates, including insurgents, to hold the Democratic Party accountable, and we can make sure that we're voting out Trump and not throwing away our presidential vote.
There's breaking numbers comparing to other elections. What does that mean?
Well, listen, I am so excited about the just tidal wave of young people at the polls, because this isn't just about young people turning out to support the Democratic Party. This is about young people setting the agenda. They're not just voting to say, listen to young people. They're voting around very specific issues. They're having demands around gun safety. They're organizing around demands around climate change, around jobs, around student loan forgiveness and medical debt forgiveness. There's a very substantive movement that young people are turning out for. And the more they turn out, the more the next administration, whether it's your congressional candidate or whether it is your candidate for the presidency, are going to be accountable to the demands of young people.
And considering all the record-breaking early voting we're seeing, are we expecting to have results on November 3rd by night, or maybe it will be delayed by all days?
Well, you know, I would not be surprised if there were delays in the returns because of the overwhelming amount of mail-in ballots. This is not unusual, and it's perfectly normal. We've seen this in primaries, we've seen this in prior elections, where states with mail-in ballots officially certified their results some weeks after the election. So I think it's very important to let folks know that if results are not certified election night, that's because mail-in ballots still have to be counted. It's not unusual. It's a very normal part of our process. Of course, I want to see overwhelming in-person polling results as well. So we're excited for all forms of the ballot to be counted.
Do you worry about mischief?